Hello there people, my name's Amanamaz and I have just finished watching The Boys Season 4. And it's pretty good. I would say it's the weakest season of the 4, but still very good nonetheless, despite some boring and meaningless story arcs. I know it's a bit more polarizing online, as the people the show is taking the piss out of realized it's taking the piss out of them, and that it's not subtle anymore, even though there was a literal Nazi in Season 2. So let's be a negative Nancy and start off with the bad stuff of this season. I will be going into spoilers by the way, so you have been warned. Frenchie's romance arc with some random guy that we just met was completely pointless and a waste of time. Frenchie killed the guy's family before and confessed it to him before surrendering himself to the police, only to be let out like an episode or two later and act like nothing happened. Huey's story with his dad and his mum returning was boring for the most part. I get it was trying to be the emotional arc of the series, but it just wasn't very good. It was a bit sad when Huey realized that he had to let his dad die instead of trying to save him, but that could have happened a lot sooner. And that's the main issues that I had with the show really. It may not sound like a lot, but it does take up a lot of screen time, that's for sure. I really did like how this season ended with Homelander and the Supes in charge, with America now put under martial law and the boys are now captured. It's really starting to feel like we're building up to the end. I say that it's already been confirmed that Season 5 is going to be the last one, but it certainly did feel like the Avengers Infinity War with how it ended. Butcher's arc of him hallucinating Becca and an old friend of his called Kessler was probably a favourite of mine, as it was only hinted that Kessler wasn't real until much later where he spoke to Becca, and that the hallucinations were the result of the tumour Butcher has from taking Compound V twice. And it's even given him Venom-like powers, which was pretty sick, especially when he pulled Victoria Neuman apart. Yeah, she's dead now, and the only major death in the show. She was kinda OP, and I feel like that they had to get rid of her somehow. And I do feel like they're saving all the major deaths for the final season. I did find it pretty cool that we essentially got the boys' version of Spider-Man and Venom this season. The other two Supes that joined the Seven were pretty good also, Sister Sage and Firecracker. Though I don't think they're based off anyone specifically. What I liked about Sister Sage is that she's the smartest person on the planet by far, and how she is played out makes it feel like she has her own agenda going on, or manipulating Homelander for her own gain. Firecracker I think is also great. She's essentially a grifter that talks all the stereotypical far-right talking points, like vaccines killing people en masse, and crap like transgender illegal immigrants. But I do find it fascinating that she's actually aware that what she says is a load of shit, but she's doing it to get fame and money. The usual cast is great as always. Homelander is just so terrifying to watch on screen. Antony Starr deserves some kind of award for his Homelander portrayal. Him pressuring people to do shit at his will, while laughing like a psychopath, is not something you see often, but it is done so well. Lost so much of his aura by going clean shaven. He needs to get his beard back. He looks so weird otherwise. A-Train's redemption arc is a highlight of the show. Seeing him actually become a superhero and doing good instead of being a phony for the camera actually made me feel for characters like him and that they can actually be redeemed. The Deep is a moron, as always, but an entertaining one. The new Black Noir is kind of the weakest new character. He is the complete opposite of the old one. Like the first Black Noir was actually competent at his job, whereas this Noir is like another Deep. I mean next season he could be better, but as of right now I don't think he's that good. So overall the show is still pretty good, but it just has a lot more skippable parts compared to the previous seasons. But the final few episodes are so good that the setup for next season is just something that I can't wait for. Like 2026 can't come soon enough. Even though I hate the process now of waiting 2 years for an 8-episode season. That's just my boomer opinion though. So if you're thinking that I would recommend it, then you would be thinking correctly, because you should definitely watch it like as soon as you can. If I had to give it a rating, it would be an 8 out of 10, and it is still must-watch TV, especially with the final episode being called Assassination Run, having just come out after the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. So I do hope they write that into next season. Anyway, if you like my review, please leave a like and subscribe, that would greatly be appreciated, and I shall see you next time, and peace.